Hi, this is Lynn, and today we are going to review the new Fitbit Charge HR2 and compare it to the Charge HR, the original one. Let's get into it. So the biggest major difference physically is just the size of the screen. This is the HR, the original, and this is the second one. So as you can see, the screen is just like a little slit, it's smaller, and here is a lot bigger. So it's easier to see when you're on the go or at night. So first we're going to talk about the Fitbit Charge HR and its options. You can go through the option using the little button on the side or by tapping. So the first thing you'll see is the time and date. The second option is the steps that you've walked so far. The third is your heart rate. Next is the distance you've walked so far and the flights of stairs that you've done, and also the calories you've burned so far. And also, if you want to use your stopwatch, and you do have it on here but it's just not listed in the options, hold down the button for like 2 seconds, the stopwatch starts, and if to stop the stopwatch, you just hold the button again. Whereas the second one is a lot more options. There's a lot more options in one, and the major difference is with the button, they don't take you to the same options as the first one. So we're going to start hitting the button. First, with the button, you get the time and date, and then you get your heart rate, then you get your activity options. Then you go to stopwatch and to the relax button. And within each of these options, you get different stats by tapping it. So let's start. The first one is the time and date, and from there, when you tap it, you get your regular stats that the first one would give you, like your steps, your heart rate, the same thing, and with one more extra or two more extra options, your active minutes and your hourly step goal of like 250 steps, and that's just standard, and you can change that with your on your phone, and that's just to help you motivate you to move more hourly. And when you go to the second option, which is your heart rate, there you can tap and you can see your resting heart rate and your fat burn heart rate. Next option, the activity option, and here it gives you 7 different types. You get run, elliptical, biking, etc. That's just 7 different options you can choose from. Versus the HR1 or the original, you have to use your phone first and select your activities and hit start from there. Obviously this is a lot more convenient, so that's definitely a big plus. The last option from the button is the relax, and you can choose between 2 minutes or 5 minutes. And I've used this a couple of times, and it's kind of like a little meditating. You give you like 2 minutes of like a meditating thing. So I like that. It kind of like just a reminder to focus on yourself. The next point is the band. The first one is attached. You can't remove it, you can't change out the band, and from my experience, this is my second one for the first, the Charge HR original, because my first one, within I think less than 7 months I used it, the band kind of stretched out a little bit around the screen and it kind of peeled off. And luckily Fitbit customer service, they were really great, and I emailed them and they sent me a new one, a replacement one, so that was good. With the Fitbit Charge HR2, it is a removable band. I think a lot of people experiencing the same problem with the band stretching out and like peeling off, that they made it removable, and it's really easy to change out. There's just like a little tab where you just kind of pull, and so you comes right off, and you can change it. And I like this because if I wanted to change the color to match my outfit or just the look of what I'm going for, I like that I can do it. And if the band gets old, obviously you don't have to buy a whole new Fitbit, you can just buy the band. The next point that Fitbit definitely improved on is the charging port. This is the charging cable. Let me turn to the white background. Charging cable is this. It's very short. When you attach the cable onto the Fitbit, it's very easy to pop off. You can see that it just, I'm trying to put it on here, and obviously you can see that it just comes right off. So you have to be very mindful on when you put it in, and it's very short, and it's literally need to be on the ground or near your computer to charge. But it comes off very easily, and if you put it in and you walk away thinking that's being charged, and it just popped off, and so it's not being charged at all. With the new one, it's a lot longer compared to the first cable. I would say like doubled in length. Also, that they have this little clippy thing, and you clip it onto the charging port and it keeps it in place, so either, you know, it's not gonna fall off the cable because it's clipped in place. And I like that. Definitely a big improvement on Fitbit. And talking about the waterproofness, I know that Fitbit says it is not waterproof and they recommend that you take it off when you shower, etc. However, me being not so careful with it, I've showered with it, and I've actually surfed with it, and I spent about 3 hours in the ocean, and actually it was fine. I think why Fitbit says it's not waterproof is that they don't want you to be wearing the watch all the time, just because I think from skin irritation. Of course, I don't recommend diving with this, but I mean, I've surfed with it I think twice. Yeah, it's not waterproof, but it's definitely more water resistant than you think. My conclusion on the Fitbit Charge HR2 is that I think Fitbit made great improvements from their first one, and with given the bigger screen and the more options, you can just use it as is, and that you don't need to use the app side by side versus on the original one. So I definitely like it. The current price actually right now, I just checked, the Charge HR on Amazon is around $125, and the HR2 is $150, so it's only $25 difference. I definitely would recommend the HR2. I hope you like my review of the Fitbit Charge HR2, and if you have any further questions regarding it, please comment below and I will get back to you. Thanks!